Welcome to my office. Well, the project is finished. Here's a little video of it on the turntable rotating around, and hey, I think it came out pretty good. I think I'll judge it a success. Got a kind of a cool look. And the analysis of the project, looking back, there were no major failures, no need for extreme measures for recovery. Everything went reasonably well. I did have a microphone failure making the videos, and as I've said before, trying to do glasswork, which is really, really, really hard, and my skills are what they are. It's a struggle to get anything to work at all in glass, and then on top of that, to attempt to do a one-take improvised narration and a 5 or 6 camera video shoot, yeah, stuff goes wrong. But anyway, I think I can judge the project to be a success. Unlike other projects in the past where I've just kind of done stuff and then just, hey, I'll try something, and yeah, kind of like they say, throw it to the wall and see what sticks. This one was actually somewhat planned in advance. And I actually attempted to make CAD models of everything, and I attempted to kind of sort of make it to plan, and it kind of sort of almost came out to plan within the limits of my planning ability and within the limits of glasswork. I know that, glasswork, glass is glass. It does what it does, and it's hard to plan exactly and precisely. The Marini chunk itself was a reasonably nicely made piece. It had a few little bubbles in it, but I think I've got it mostly under control. I mostly controlled degradation, mostly controlled boiling. The piece mostly survived intact, and a lot of the little defects are not visible if you just look at it with an eyeball, but if you look at it under the right lighting with a microscope, yeah, they're all over the place. So overall, I would judge the process as being more refined. Of course, the woodwork and metalwork are the easy part. I'm far more experienced. I've been doing wood and metalwork for over 60 years. And so there's kind of no surprise that the wood and metal come out good. But the glasswork, I'm still learning. Actually, I'm still learning woodwork. I'm still learning metalwork. I'll never stop learning. So as far as the problems that remain to be corrected and the things that I need to work on to make it better next time, the pattern was somewhat precise, but not precise enough. The pieces didn't line up like I'd like them to, and I think I'm going to use 2 different strategies to address that. The easy strategy, of course, is make patterns that don't look funny when they're not aligned, or have the unalignment actually look cool. And the second strategy is try to come up with some way of doing precision alignment so I can nail it every time. I don't know if this is possible, but hey, it's nice to have a target to shoot for. I also had problems on my chip stack assembly kiln fixture thingy that I don't have a cool name for. I had a little more sticking to the ceramic plate than I usually have. Sticking is always a problem. It's always a balance of getting the part hot enough to fuse, hot enough to melt together, hot enough to get a good weld and not stick. It's always right on the edge, but this one seemed to be a little bit more troublesome than previous ones. Not exactly sure why. Maybe the plate's getting old. Maybe there was 1 or 2 particular colors that were particularly sticky. Maybe there was something about the geometry. Maybe it's just voodoo doodoo and evil spirits, and I don't know. Another problem is just the inability to draw these things in a CAD system, at least with my level of drawing skill. I'm pretty good at drawing mechanical parts in a CAD system, been doing that for 50 years or so. Not 50 years, 40 years. And maybe not even 40, I don't know. I'm not very good with dates. especially in the past. I've been doing it for a long time and never really learned to draw. I don't have any drawing ability, and my ability to design and predict a piece of glass is limited at best. So I'm looking over here at my cheat sheet, my notes. There's a few mysteries remaining in cold working. Not exactly sure why sometimes I put a piece of glass on my rotating machine on the pad and rotate for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then look at it and go, nothing's happening. And then other times I put a piece on and 2 minutes later it's taken off more than I wanted. So that's a little bit of a challenge. And finally, just the overall design of the sculptures, and this is the second one in a series. Here's a little video of the first one, just in case anybody's interested in seeing what the first in this series looks like. And hey, it came out pretty cool too. I kind of like it. But I'm always looking at things and thinking, well, what could be better? What could be done better next time? And I'm still working on the balance between the components. How big should the support structure be? How big should the glass piece be? Obviously, the glass piece is the star of the show, and the rest of the sculpture is a supporting member, as they say in the film business. But it's also cool in itself. And so there's the question of, well, how big do I make the supports, and how thick, and how elaborate, and out of what material? And hey, it's an adventure, and the adventure continues. So I'm gonna take the camera over and show a little bit of the improvised video studio, and then that'll do it. Here's a look inside the improvised photo studio. I don't have enough space to set up dedicated rooms for everything, so this room has quite a lot of uses. Fortunately, everything is on wheels, and so I can move stuff around, but that will pretty much do it for the series. Thank you for watching. It's been fun.